Hello and welcome to a very special X&1 Christmas holiday special. It's Randy here with Matt and Mitchem. How's it going, guys?
It's going great. I'm in the Christmas spirit. I've got my R2D2 Christmas sweater on. I've been listening to Mariah Carey all day as mandated by federal law, and I am ready for a holiday episode.
Man, that's a lot of Christmas cheer. Enough for the both of us.
Eggnog's in the fridge. I'm ready to go. Living it up.
Nice. Yeah, we've been wrapping presents and got all the decorations up. Lots of trees and mini trees and mini trees for the mini trees around. So, yeah.
Got trees on trees.
It's a good time. But yeah, thank you for joining us. This is our last X&1 for 2024. And, man, we're going to be taking a look back at Legion for the year, given our hopes for Legion in the year to come. And, yeah, we're just going to have a good time. So, but I would be remiss if we went too much further without one last hobby harassment for the year. So I think we need to give a clap for Mitchem. He did it a while ago. He's all done.
Proud of you.
Well done.
Yes, thank you. I'm glad I got it done early. The last half of the year has been, or last quarter of the year has been crazy. Definitely glad I was able to knock it out and study for my test and pass my test. So just kind of
pat yourself on the back.
And I was sky high on hobbying, and it has just plummeted. Like I cannot even get paint on my sleeper cell units, which I've been having a great time playing, but man, I can't even get primer on those guys. I got a full bus back here waiting to be built. My office is just a wreck right now.
It's hard to prime in Oklahoma in the winter. The weather's
really
so
is.
up and down and moisture. I prime in the garage.
Yeah, I got some
times.
fresh X&1 POIs primed up, ready for paint. They're sitting back there in a stack. You can see them right there. Yeah, dude.
Mm-hmm.
So
nice,
and they're gonna be there probably till next year.
Well, hey, you don't have to wait on Mitchem, because our small gift to all of you is you can download those POIs and print them yourselves. Definitely check our link in the description. We're going to have that STL out, and hopefully this will be the kick in the butt I need to design a new POI, X&1 POI for 2025. So, but yeah, definitely. So that'll be fun. So if you get it, download it, play games with them, send us pictures.
Yeah,
we would love to see it. Yeah,
definitely.
I know when I play my games, I use mine. Mitchem tends to not ever use ours.
Okay,
but he says he's always giving them away. So I suppose that's a decent.
I don't have any because I gave them all away. Like I gave away all of our stickers.
Well, last event I went to, I used them and gave them away.
Yeah. The ones I use are like the prototypes that are like not perfectly round on the bottom and stuff. So I can't give these away. So
model for advantage.
That's how I keep a set with me. But I've squeezed in a little bit of hobbying. I've got and you know what? The color scheme I think fits the Christmas theme of the episode a little bit. So I got the green and red black suns going. This is the unit leader here.
Man, they look so good.
I like it.
Man, I need to get a light right there. I switched webcam, so I don't have the ring light on the webcam anymore.
Oh, yeah.
But I think the camera quality is better, so it's worth it. So that's going to bring me up officially. Let me get the tally here. I have to go to the Discord channel where I post all my mini counts to keep me honest. That'll get me up to 55. And then I've got I just need a base. This Zvezda. He's hard to see on here, but he's my black one, so he's got just a lot of highlighting and stuff. So
Yeah,
get some basing done on him.
I like the visor.
Yeah, it pops against the black for sure. So yeah, and then I'll just have like 4 more to get done before the end of the year. So you guys will have to follow on Instagram or check back the first episode next year, see if I got there. But I've got like 4 or 5 or 6 half done Black Suns for the rest of the unit sitting right here. So I'll get it done.
Yeah,
it done.
we should have some time off around the holidays anyway,
Yeah.
so around the end of the year. So I know I'm taking at least a week off, so I'm excited to maybe do some hobbying. I want to play some video games. I got a lot of ridicule from our last episode about not finishing Knights of the Old Republic, so I might play that. Who knows? And I'll report back at the beginning of the year. So
I swear
Yeah.
that game's been released on everything. It's like Skyrim.
Yeah,
Like, you could probably play it on a TI-86 calculator at this point.
I think I probably can. I have it for the Switch, so it's great.
Yeah.
So I can play it in the living room with my wife, and she'll watch. So I just got to remember what I was doing, or if I want to start over. I just haven't started yet. So
you can do it. I believe in you.
I guess that's the game I'm going to commit to play during my week off. I guess it's going to be a bad one.
I don't know. I'm hooked on Marvel Rivals. It's really preventing me from getting my hobby in. But
yeah, there's a lot of tactical RPGs I want to start playing again. So I've got a 40K itch right now that I need to scratch. So, but
gotta get your service studs. I learned about this today.
Look at you, buddy. Look at you.
So dark,
so
and
grim.
edgy.
I love it.
Look how big my pauldrons are. For me, I finished my elites for Halo Flashpoint. Wait,
where's the Fluttercraft? Have you taken another box yet?
For this segment,
there we
go.
All right. Okay. I was worried.
I will snip some sprues while we talk about my
I was
hobby.
worried you'd made more progress on it since the last time we talked.
Don't worry about that. Absolutely not. It appears to be the hole. The bottom of the hole.
The hole of the hole.
Of the Fluttercraft. So while I do this, I finished my elites. They're in the box right now, so I don't have a picture of them. I'm base coating. I need to wash this down still, but there's my nice. Mark 7 Spartan.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
that's good.
I'll get him nulled up. I bought some various blue contrast paints.
Yep.
To blue up the rest of them.
Good stuff.
And yeah, I don't know. Do you think I should do? I think 52 models next year is a little ambitious for me, but I guess I'll do it. And you guys can keep me.
What army are you?
That's a good question.
Now?
Gungans.
AMG. I would love to do Gungans. So I'm gonna be looking at.
Let's put you at a nice 36 for next year.
Okay, that seems good.
I think a big part that helped me was painting big unit squads or squad units. So like
batching. Yeah,
like batch painting stuff. So like my commandos that I did, I mean that's 12 because it's 4 per unit. And then
it's got a little bent already. That's unfortunate.
I was watching I think it was Scoundrels, and I don't remember his actual name, but he goes by Doc Velo on the blogs.
Yeah. He
was talking about his flutters and how he magnetized the different parts for transportation, and I think that's absolutely how I would do them if I was going to build those. Evan Paul.
Yep. He's the inspiration for me on my Fluttercraft journey. But, it's about the journey. It's not about, the destination. So,
Thank you, Brandon Sanderson.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, so I will have some Halo stuff to work through that I will need to work through. So that'll get me ish there. And then if I could get a new army, because I'm starting to run low on Wookiee things to do. And Fluttercraft are not how I'm going to get to like 40 models completed in a year. So, give me give me some quarter paint or any new faction. So
Vehicles are the worst because you can't count the little pilot that you paint inside of there. It's just one model.
no,
Yeah, no.
yeah, and it takes forever.
Yeah.
Like look at this. This is way more work than a
That's
squad.
why I'm behind right now. Is because those swoops I did this year.
Yep.
It's like, okay, I got to paint all these riders, then I got to paint all these bikes.
Yeah.
But the swoops were sick though. They came out really good.
But yeah. So that is me. I'm looking at 36. Does that seem fair?
I think so. I think our first episode next year is going to be goals for the new year for sure. Yeah.
Okay. I was trying to think what I did this year. I might go higher than that because I think I was close to that this year.
You painted a lot of Wookiees.
I did paint a lot of Wookiees.
So
if you go 48, that is literally one slightly less than a mini a week.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
So okay.
Yeah. That's pretty solid.
We'll iron it out.
Yeah,
for
for
sure.
Next year. I'm not fully sure what I want to do next year. I have some options. So
are you going higher next year, Randy?
What'd you say?
Are you going higher?
Yeah, I will go. I'm going higher next year for sure.
Are we prescribing to the the exponential growth model where you're just going to keep forever painting more miniatures?
Yeah, ideally, I would like to get better and faster. So I've got to keep going. If I shoot for the moon, I'll still land amongst the stars. That's what I hear.
Okay, fair enough.
Got to go on this great journey.
Fair enough. This is wild.
Yeah.
So okay. Well,
Yeah,
that
so
is
I don't know. I'll figure that out.
Put it back in the box. I cut 3 or 4 sprues and see you on the next episode.
He ain't touched it for a month.
Yeah. It's going back in the box.
Back in the box. The box is closed. I'll get the instructions back and I don't want to move. So yeah, that's me. I have been kind of slacking, but I've got a lot of other stuff going on right now. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
But keep trying, fellow hobby harassers and viewers. I know some people really like us kind of encouraging them with us trying to do hobby, and sometimes it's okay to take a little break.
Yeah.
But it's got to come back to it. So
maybe next year we'll find ways we can all harass each other.
Yeah.
Hold everybody else accountable.
Yeah. But I did bring up Swoop bikes briefly there, and AMG brought up Swoop bikes recently. They released a kind of like a surprise errata, and they changed the Vibro-Axe overrun from 1 to 2. And unfortunately, this does not make it to where I can overrun 3 times in a turn. But it does add the improvement of being able to overrun twice still, even if you're down to 1 model, which I think is quite nice. Because typically, once my second guy dies, I'm not really even attacking as much. It's just trying to stay alive and jump on points. So, but if I can still get 3 attacks off, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Still plenty nasty, yeah, for sure.
So, just for all the dumb people, including myself, overrun 2 versus overrun 1. What's the change? What's the difference? I don't understand.
Well,
explain it for us, Randy.
So already overrun, you're only allowed to use 1. You can only add 1 overrun weapon to an overrun attack.
Mm-hmm.
And then it happens on a move, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you can only overrun a certain number of times in the activation. Okay. So it was stacking before to be overrun 1, and overrun 1 gives you overrun 2. So you could overrun 2 times and then shoot with your third action or your first action or whatever. So when you were losing your second guy in the unit, you could only overrun once.
Oh, okay.
And I believe there is some rules wording that prevents you from being able to overrun 3 times or 4 times magically if you could get another move somehow. I know that's how it works. Don't ask me to point where in the RRG that is, but that is how it works.
So if you lose a guy, you can still overrun twice.
Yes. Yeah. And which is good because your overrun dice won't degrade. So you might just give up the pistol shot to move, speed or run away.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So it didn't really make them better. Well, I guess it made them slightly better, but it really
it makes them degrade a little better.
Yeah.
Which speeders degrade pretty easy, as we know, in 2.6. So, but yeah, the other big change here is the Rebel Core Troopers got their personnel cards locked down to the Rebel Core. There was some ambiguity with Sleeper Cell that had come out on what they could take, and so they just defined that more. So I believe all you can take now is their special astromech that gives them the dodge when they are close to the POI.
Yep, that's correct.
Yeah, they need a nerf. They're too strong, obviously.
I don't think I saw anyone run any of the others, but
no.
Mainly because just that was the cheapest option.
I think everyone assumed that, well, A, why would you not bring anything but the new droid? And B, like, I think they just assumed, like, this wouldn't. I mean, maybe you can make an argument for the medic droid, but, like,
well,
if you bring up a dodge,
if you bring the comms tech, that's more dice.
Right.
That's
true. Yeah. Well, I don't think you.
Right,
I think you could have.
I don't think you could have. Yeah, I don't think you could have either.
I don't think you could have because it was only the droids that you could bring. It was only the droids.
This unsurety is what they were.
Yeah.
More clearly delineating. And then for the Viper Recon droid, they made their they removed the sidearm for range keyword and gave it sidearm melee and range keyword, so you couldn't use the B2 melee with them.
Which is great.
Yeah,
good change.
Which is a good call.
So
because lots of people are just bringing that as an extra body.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's one of those changes that thematically makes sense and balance wise makes sense. So
yeah.
Get it while you can. 2 for 1.
Yep, before there.
And then the sidearm means that you have to use its weapon, no matter range or melee. You can't use the main weapon. Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely. Well, cool.
Aqua Droids had some release, or they did a scene to stats for Aqua Droids.
Yep.
Oh no.
Oh,
that was our Legion Key quiz today.
Oh shoot!
Oh no!
No! I'm not actually going to quiz you on it. As my
I was about
Christmas,
because I had it pulled up, I was ready to cheat.
as
so
our Christmas gift to you guys, we're just going to look at the card together for our Legion Key quiz today. Yeah, I'm in a joyful spirit today, so I'll share the screen for anyone watching on video, and then we'll get into it here. So yeah, what do you guys think? Are you guys surprised that they're heavy? I feel like they kind of had leaned that way, kind of gave us the Dark Trooper vibe.
Mm-hmm.
65 points. A lot cheaper than a Dark Trooper. I still think they're sub 100 points even when you add in the heavy.
I believe so.
I think that's right. Yeah,
20, maybe 30 points.
Surely it's on this page somewhere. If we look,
it's down at the bottom. Yeah,
but
28.
28. Yeah, so 28, 65. Yep. So 93 points.
Just enough. Yeah.
They are on notch bases, so they will block LOS. So
ground vehicles,
a big thing people are already talking about.
Being a wall. I mean, they surge to hit, surge to block, 3 wounds apiece. Definitely some beefy boys. I was kind of surprised in the lack of keywords. It's nice that they have infiltrate because they're only speed 1, so they slow.
Mm-hmm.
But the lack of like upgrades and keywords I found to be really surprising. I thought there'd be more, I guess. But yeah, I think they're good. I think they're going to be great.
Yeah, I think they're very solid. I think maybe 12 health. Say you take the 4 guys. 12 health, armor 2, surging white saves.
It's double wound ATRT.
I mean, it's a better
Yes,
Wookiee.
it's like two ATRTs pretty much, but cheaper.
Oh, that's exactly. It's a Wookiee squad and an ATRT got mushed together.
Yeah.
And that's what these guys are.
I wish Wookiees saved to defend, but and out armor too.
I mean, you're right. It's like two ATRTs.
So I don't think this is anywhere near like OG Dark Troopers as far as like I don't even think it's close. So I think they're just good. I think it'd be maybe this with like B2s behind it would be potentially solid. Like these are blocking LOS, they're taking some hits, they're shooting back.
Any Saber user you want to like also infiltrate and protect.
Yep. And they kind of wall it out, walk up the field, take some shots, take some hits, blow up, and then hopefully what you're trying to actually bring is where it wants to be at that point.
And then when they're down to a model or two, you can leave them on your POI. They can still shoot, and they're hard to shoot off.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, then there's they're a vehicle, so
what
no suppression.
What upgrade do you guys think you give them? I mean, you give them E-transponders, you give them...
I was almost thinking LTA.
Yeah.
Just because, it's droids, it's easy to get orders out, so...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, LTA would be good.
Yeah, it's interesting. They're not droid troopers, so they would end the line. They don't continue it, but I mean, I think it's still pretty easy to get them in order, like you're saying. So,
well, especially whenever that Corrin commander comes out that they accidentally like snuck into the description.
I hope it's real. I hope they didn't like cancel that mid process.
Yeah, I hope it just got pushed.
Yeah,
and it'll come out when all those Gungans come out, right, Matt?
It's getting less funny every time you guys talk about it because I'm like, maybe they aren't coming out anytime soon.
Matt, this is the world I live in perpetually.
I don't like it.
It's a shadowy world.
So I would like Corrin Commander, who's also an aquatic warrior, Gungans. So if we could do the Battle of Mon Cala, Battle Forces, and then throw some Gungans out there, throw some Corrin with the Aqua Droids and whoever else out there, and
Kit Fisto.
Yeah, give me Kit Fisto.
Don't give me Hoth. Kit Fisto, that would be so hype.
Kit Fisto running around with some Gungans, that'd be cool.
Oh yeah.
But
I mean, I'd also take Qui-Gon with some Gungans. So just saying.
Yeah.
I wish.
Yeah, no, I think that'd be good. I think a lot of people are hyped for them. Armor 2 is nice. AI attack move that really doesn't mean anything, so it could always be in one. I think they even talk about too in the article that they're going to pair really well with Strategize from Kalani and Kraken, which I think is definitely true. So, but yeah, it's nice to see some different play styles from droids, getting some heavier droid troopers and stuff like this. So it's not always like, okay, I'm going to swarm you with B1s, or I'm just going to run Beef 2s and just throw them at you. This will be a nice, interesting...
Well, now they're going to swarm you with water stuff.
Yeah.
These guys will infiltrate, and then the crab droids are going to scouting party up, and then Beef 2s will scouting party with them.
Yeah, droids at the beginning of the year is going to be very interesting.
That's a wild droid list, because the saves are all pretty good. This one would have the worst save. Crab droids are red saves. B2s are red saves.
But they got armor too.
They do have armor too. So
I think it's cool. It makes I like that CIS is going to have this new way to play. But I will say this feels more like homogenizing the factions. Like, let's give more of the Russian units. And maybe it just feels worse because the releases are a little more spread out. Because, I mean, you could say this is kind of like a themed wave, right? Like, everyone's getting their Russian package, right?
Yeah.
But since that all didn't happen in like a 3 or 4 month period, it doesn't feel like a themed wave, It's just like, oh, this is what we got.
Now, this is another, I know it's a vehicle though. Another thing you can eye on. Get them ion guns out, boys. They're speed 1.
On that ion train.
They're speed 1. Yeah. They're slow and they're sad if you hit them with that old ion.
In my demo game, which we can talk a little bit about later, but in my demo game, my rebel guy had 2 ion guns, and we were shooting at barks, and I was like, man, this is real good. This is real good.
Love it.
So good.
Big sad. Well, cool.
What does their heavy weapon do? Is it just impact?
Their heavy weapon is
red
2
sails?
red and a white, range 1 to 3, impact 2. So
That's
with
nice.
4, that's 8 red, 4 white. With LTA on there, you
No,
could potentially have 2 aims.
no,
2 red.
That's
Oh, wait,
black and
wait.
white,
Sorry,
babe.
yeah, they all don't throw this. Never mind.
2 red, 3
Yeah.
black, 4 white.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
But surge to hit.
So that's a pretty nice dice pool.
It's a nice.
And
It's a
surge
nice
to hit.
dodge pool.
Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah.
solid.
Yeah,
So-
That's a nice
My
dodge
bad.
dice pool.
They're going to be dishing out some firepower for sure.
Yeah. That's,
So-
9 dice, range 3.
Surge to hit.
Yeah.
Armor
It's
2.
almost like small dice pools don't matter anymore.
Whoa. Hey, this is good. It is good. I know some people were saying it might be a little too bland, but I don't know. I think it's a new way for droids to play, so I think that will be interesting. I don't think it's necessarily too strong, but I guess we'll see how it goes.
I do hope after the refresh we see more upgrade kits for old stuff. Like I would love in the beginning of the Ahsoka show, there's like the special looking fleet dudes.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think that would be a cool upgrade kit for like the fleets and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying.
Like- Yeah.
I would really like them to do some more like generic upgrade cards. Like give us some more gear slot cards. Give us some more command cards. Give us some more, training slot cards and stuff like that. I just don't see them doing that, unfortunately. 'Cause I
Yeah.
think they're happy where it's at.
I think they're going the other
But-
way.
I mean,
Yeah,
I know they're
it's definitely the
refreshing all the
trim down.
grenades and stuff, which is nice, but like, it seems like they're pretty happy with the amount of like upgrade cards there are. And
I think
like,
it's
okay,
just easier to balance to keep each expansion kind of contained as far as what
Yeah.
upgrades it can take, which I know is not necessarily what you're wanting to hear, but I think that's kind of the way they're going. It's just, this unit does this thing, it has its specific upgrades, and that way it is what it is. But no,
We'll
I'm
see.
excited. They look cool. They
we'll
look
see come April.
They look
So-
super cool. So I'm excited to fight them with my clones. Hopefully I can get some wins in on them. But
Yeah. They look
or-
good too.
yeah.
Models look good. Good poses. No crosshair syndrome there.
Yeah, for real.
Oh, they look sweet. They'll paint up really well. I'm excited for some of our good artists in our community to wow us with their stuff.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yup.
Well, awesome, guys. We are gonna kind of get into our favorite Legion memories and wishes for the coming year, but we had a lot of awesome guests this year, and they all dropped us a line. Well, a lot of them were able to drop us a line about what theirs were. So let's kick that off with Mr. Josh Cook, and we'll see you guys again just here in a second.
My favorite experience related to Legion for 2024 was probably going to Worlds. I really enjoyed going there with all of the Oklahoma people that went. We went with a very, very large group of people, and it was really fun, even though some of the Worlds formatting and some of the meta of the game wasn't in the best shape at the time. It was really fun to hang out with all those guys in Chicago and, yeah, just spend time with them playing Legion and having fun. The thing I am most hoping for 2025 in Legion is probably balance with the new stuff that they're putting out in April. I hope that AEMG has done their homework and actually made things balanced. I know they're trying to make things fun and thematic, but I'm always of the opinion that you should strive for a competitively balanced game, and then that way it's more fun for everybody, including the kitchen tabletop players. But that's what I'm hoping for in 2025. So Here's hoping.
Well, hello, XM1 podcast listeners. My name is Jared, and also known as Jerry from Jerry's Game Shop. And man, what a year it has been. I have gotten to do a lot of Legion stuff this year. I got to play in some cool tournaments this year. I got to play in Worlds at the beginning of the year. Don't ask me how I did. I got to play in the Lone Star Open this year. Lots of locals, and really just had a ton of fun with the game. And before I talk about that, I think the biggest thing that I love about Legion is the people. You got to remember, Legion's a two-player game. There's always going to be the other person on the other side of the table, and you can't play this game without others. And that's one of the things that I love the most about my local scene, is that just every person that I get to play, I enjoy playing with them. I enjoy figuring stuff out with our community. I love supporting our community and being able to support tournaments and stuff with the different 3D printed stuff that I do. And man, what a joy it has been this year to do that. I got to play some really fun games this year with the new rules changes. I was able to run 112 B1s. That was absolutely insane, putting that many droids on the table. I did have to borrow some, but I would be lying if I said that I didn't have about 50 or 60 more B1s to paint/build for myself personally, so maybe I could run 112 B1s all the time. Time will tell. So anyways, it's been an absolute blast playing Star Wars Legion this year. I think one of my favorite memories was probably the Lone Star Open. The Lone Star Open happened the weekend that they dropped Legion 2.6. So it was a really fun weekend. We we rented an Airbnb down in Dallas, and all of our Oklahoma travel people stayed in that Airbnb, and there was just like 12 of us there. It was an absolute blast. We played games afterwards together, hung out afterwards. It was a great time. I ended up getting to the Final Four matchup, if you will, and got to play against Austin Miller. It was a really close game. I had a really fun list too, that I was really bummed about the 2.6 changes because my list didn't really work out, making the transition into 2.6. But I got to play Austin Miller on stream in one of the Final Four matchups. Ended up dropping that game, and then I got to play another one of our locals, Colton, in the last round. He beat me to take second place in that tournament, and so it was a lot of fun being able to go into that tournament and compete at a high level. I didn't really have much success at Worlds, so it was a big confidence boost for me walking into Lone Star Open and going all that way. So that was really fun and exciting as well, guys. I just absolutely cannot say how much I love the XM1 podcast. I get so excited every time that they release new content. So I hope that you guys have been enjoying their podcast as much as I have, and I'm really looking forward to playing a lot more Legion in 2025.
Hi, it's Dylan. One of my favorite events from this year was Galaxy at War, which was put on by some of our tournament organizers in Oklahoma. It was really fun dividing up into various factions like Clones, Rebels, Empire, kind of Shadow Collective if you count them. Sorry, guys. And just kind of fight for supremacy for the day as warring factions, getting alternate win conditions or alternate objectives and alternate character objectives, like do a bunch of damage with Bosk's 1 pip, or have Grievous charge in and hit 4 people with his lightsaber swing. Those were really fun side quests and made you feel like you're really doing something even if the game wasn't going your way. And at the end of the day, getting little prizes for that was super awesome. And one of the things I'm looking forward to the most this year, this coming year anyway, is LVO. It's one of the first tournaments I've ever qualified for, and I'm really excited to get out there, meet new people, and maybe play some super hard jank. I don't know what I'm doing yet, but it'll be fun. And I'll see everyone out there. Thank you guys, and I want to give a special shout out to just the organizers in Oklahoma. I have never had a game system like this have every event scheduled out an entire year in advance, and it makes things super easy. and it's really neat. So yeah, thank you guys here, and goodbye.
Hey guys, it's Colton, and here to tell you 2 different things today. The first is my favorite Legion memory from this year was when we all went together as a group to LSO. It was a fantastic time. We got Airbnb together, played all kinds of board games, card games, and everything. And I just had a really good group of opponents playing at LSO and was pretty successful, so it was a really good time. Playing a crazy list too right before they changed the whole game. So just a bunch of stuff added it up to make it an amazing last hurrah for Legion 2.0. And then for next year, I'm super excited for those ARF troopers. Me and Mitchem are both super excited for all the new GAR stuff coming out, all the new models, everything as such. Detachment Jedi sounds absolutely insane, and I'm so excited to see what that looks like. The only shout out I want to give out is just to our whole Oklahoma Legion community. For the state size we have a really big Legion community, and it is very good. We got monthly tournaments, great guys to play, and there's just so many friends that I've made with my time playing Legion here in Oklahoma. So just shout out to the whole community because I can't get enough of it. That's me.
What's good? It's Reagan, RCD2 on the Discord and from a Point of Interest blog. Hoping you guys are having a Merry Christmas and looking forward to a Happy New Year. My favorite memory from this last year with Legion was definitely going up to Chicago, going to Adepticon to play in Worlds, to meet all of you lovely people, or a lot of you lovely people at least, to kind of dive further into our awesome community, to take some pictures with some of you to prove to my wife that we are real people that we're bantering with on the internet all day. And this next year, I'm looking forward to continuing to play with some of this new edition we have, seeing some more primary and secondary objectives, looking forward to some of the layers that'll create with this primary base we have right now. So I'm looking forward to all of that, looking forward to staying connected with you all on the Discord and on the blog, and hoping you guys all have a blessed new year.
Hey there, guys. Travis Posey here. I'm a local Oklahoma TO, community organizer here. Love running games, love teaching games, love traveling for some games. So I've been asked, what's my favorite Legion memory over the 2024 season? Honestly, it's going to be a combination of Adepticon and LSO. So those are two. LSO I've traveled to a couple times for the past few years, but Adepticon was my first, like, outside of the states that I've gone to. Went to the Worlds tournament. Worlds was a lot of fun, but what I'd say was really fun for me was getting to hang out with all the boys. So it's a time where, you get to hang out 4 or 5 days, LSO 2-3 days, playing all kinds of card games, board games, you name it, just getting to hang out, build those friendships up, build that community, and playing Legion as a side gig, I guess, since I didn't win. But yeah, so much fun getting to hang out with such a solid community. So that's honestly my favorite memories from this year is just getting to hang out with everybody and play Legion and play other games that we all love to play as well. So next year, got a couple of things I'm really looking forward to. One of my good buddies, Jerry's Game Shop. Some of you guys may have seen his trophies trickle up around different events, maybe East Coast, West Coast. I know he's showing up at LVO as well. Definitely looking forward to running some bat reps with him on his channel there. So always a lot of fun. Jerry's such a good guy. We have so many laughs. If you haven't seen the last one, you can see all my amazing saves and all my amazing non-saves in one of his bat reps. But yeah, love that guy. Always want to support him. The other thing I'm really looking forward to is, we got a new game here. Middle of the year, changed over to 2.60. It's been eroded a couple of times already, but I've got to teach maybe 4 or 5 players already this new game, and they have really been enjoying it, and I've really been enjoying teaching. So I kicked off 2.6 saying I'm going to play every single unit that is in the Rebel Army and that I own, which is a bunch, minus sleeper cells. I still got to get those guys. But I've played them all. I've played all kinds of crazy lists. But yeah, I really enjoy getting to teach new players, getting into this game. And if you haven't, if you've played it in the past and you not liked the game, I definitely encourage you to come out, get a skirmish game in, get 1,000 points game in if you own that many models, and just learn this new game. It's a lot of fun. It really is. I really enjoy this game. So that's what I'm looking forward to. We got half the game, I guess, so far. So the full game's going to be out maybe by Adepticon. And so it's already a really good game. So super excited to see what AMG is going to be doing for next year. And I'm probably going to be cooking all different kinds of crazy lists for that. But yeah, that's what my favorite memory was, what I'm looking forward to next year. So Travis Posey, Splash Cola, signing out.
So my favorite memory from Legion this past season was definitely running the Lone Star Open out in Dallas. The best part of that was taking the old rule book that we had printed out for we've had them in the box for years, and having the entire player base that was there sign the front cover of that rule book. That was just a really cool, memorable thing that I have with me today and will always have with me. So that's my favorite memory from Legion this past year. I also want to give a huge shout out to David Zelenka and Endless for letting us use his equipment at Worlds this last year. That was huge. Love that guy, and you guys need to come out to Lone Star next year, August 9th and 10th. So I hope to see you there in Dallas, Texas. What I'm looking forward to most next year in Legion is definitely play Worlds and this tournament structure and how this is all going to come in together, because the changes came through partway through the seasons last year, and so I'm looking forward to how it plays into this next year with how Worlds is going to play out and what we're going to have for tournament structure moving forward. So huge changes coming, I think, with the tournament structure and just getting everything compiled. So I'm really excited for that all to come together.
Man, that was great to hear from everybody. Zane there at the end, always doing a good job running LSO the past couple of years. And I really enjoyed signing that rule book too. It was a cool feeling. That whole weekend with 2.6 getting announced, it was this is the end. It was the end of the world and the beginning of a new one. And thank goodness we were all together to deal with that. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was a high, very emotional weekend. Very good and bad emotions both ways. So, but yeah, very fun, very fun.
Well, cool. Well, yeah, guys, let's give ours. And I know Matt, he went to Adepticon, and me and Mitchem went to LSO. A lot of those guys enjoyed those, so we'll try to not use those for our own. But if you have a specific thing from those you want to throw in, absolutely do so. Yeah, can I start? Is that okay if I go first?
Go ahead.
Okay,
go
cool.
for it.
So my favorite memory from the year actually ended up being the first 2.6 tournament that happened. People were super hype and excited. We had 28 players, I think, for a local event. And there was palpable energy with people it was the Wild West. Everyone was trying all kinds of different things. No one really knew what missions did what. Endless possibilities. And while some things kind of feel figured out now, there's more stuff coming in. So I'm hoping when that rest comes out, we get that feeling again, because it was so cool. People just trying to figure things out together. I got my first 2.6 game at a tournament was against Anakin arcs and clones, of course, but it was still fun. I was switched over to Black Suns at this point because I'd gotten that 3-0 day finally with Pikes, so apparently I was dodging a 2.6 bullet there anyways. But yeah, it was great. Definitely misplayed some stuff that day, but learning the new edition with just all the people there that were excited about it. We had people come down from Tulsa, people come up from Texas. it was cool. And I hope the releases and events coming in the next year will help get that energy back to where it is. And then I would say what I'm looking forward to. I know it's Christmas time. We got to be positive here, and I got to say I'm holding my candle for Shadow Collective still. I still hope that I will be, that Fennec Shand or Savage or Press will come down and help me out, or Prince Shizor or something. Some spice from the desert will arrive. Let's go snort some lizard and and build a gaffy stick. I don't know, whatever it takes. But I am looking forward to busting out my Rebel minis. I've stocked up on stuff. I got a ton of stuff to paint. So if you're tired of seeing me paint Black Suns, I've got a few more to get through. And I remember I got a couple Mando units for Shadow Collective. I still need to finish as well. So I'm going to get those wrapped up. And but I've got a Bad Batch box right here. And I've got 3 sleeper cells sitting over there. And some Tons just came in for me. So I'm excited to start busting out some Rebel lists. Because I know Mitchem probably won't be holding that Rebel flag as long this year. Because I know his Republic Queen is coming to lead his armies. So,
I'm ready to sell it all. I'm ready to sell.
So I will, I will raise that Rebel flag. So yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to in the coming year for Legion.
Awesome, good stuff. Go ahead, Matt.
Okay, my favorite memory, Adepticon aside, was probably when we were able to get Will Pagani and Will Schick on to do an interview. I just thought that was so cool that we were able to, talk to them. And that was at a really, that was pre Adepticon mini Strav. Is that correct? No, it was pre the July mini Strav.
Yes.
So it was a really good, really hype time. And it was good talking to him and really enjoyed it. And I just thought it was fun that, that was one thing that we had kind of talked when we were going to make the podcast. That'd be something really cool if we ever got to do that. And then we did. So that was just a really cool thing for us last year. And then my hope going forward, my wish would be that we could maybe get some, kind of the same vein as Randy, but we can maybe get some OP kits or something. Kind of get some juice back into the old competitive scene. I think we're kind of in a weird spot in between, this 2.6 kind of going into Adepticon. So it'd be cool to kind of get something like that to, get people back in. And I think that'd be really cool.
Before we go on, that Will's interview, I really enjoyed that too. And so everyone knows Ahsoka is coming to Gar now, but they teased Mitchem with it a little bit, and I just got to share the story. He got so excited he disconnected from the call. He just went, and then it was a black screen, and the 4 of us had a really great laugh with that. We couldn't record that part. I wish I could have, just so I could have said reaction. But yeah,
there were a string of cuss words. I banged my desk or something. I don't know what happened on my end.
He blacked out.
I did. I literally blacked out. Said some cuss words and rushed back on, and I was like, oh, it was great.
So
keeping that secret for about 2 months was real tough. So.
But
yeah, hopefully we can get them back on again this year, and they can dance around all the world ending and rewriting changes that will be coming to the game when we talk to them again. So
yeah, that was good.
But yeah, it was
good stuff.
That was really cool, Matt. I enjoyed that a lot too.
Okay, Mitchem, what do you got?
Yeah, man, this year has been fantastic. Just me personally and the community as a whole, I think has really grown, because it's almost the tale of two halves, because you have the first half of the year, which was we're still in Legacy Legion, everyone's kind of getting dull on the game, where is it going, and then finally LSO happens and we all have a great time. We get to play Legacy Legion one last time, we get that house, it was fantastic, and then they drop the news that a whole new game is coming, and just the electricity in the air. It's like, oh my gosh, like all new missions. There's a new way to build the deck. Like all these units look at all these units I can play now and everything. And just like the excitement for the entire community was great. I ended up doing a lot of demo games for people. I actually demoed, just demoing games in general is probably one of my favorite things to do. I love getting new people into the community. I just did a demo game for 2 guys yesterday, and they're going to be awesome additions to our community. So I love getting people in the community. I love doing community organization, chatting with people. Also, being an LSO was fantastic. I love being recognized. I know that's kind of narcissistic a little bit, but it was nice to like hand out all the stickers that we made, have conversations with people that like listen to the podcast or like, oh hey, like what you guys are doing are great. Like it was really kind of like, I think, told me that we had something good going on here. I knew doing the podcast with you guys is great. It's been great this entire year. Definitely made my year. It's been really fun, but like having other people kind of reaffirm that, getting comments from all you guys has been fantastic. Really enjoyed it. Love just talking shop with you guys and everything. So yeah, just like being part of the community and enjoying everything and doing this podcast has been great. That's kind of been my highlight of the year. As far as wish list stuff, I mean, I pretty much got it. Like I got my girl in Rebels. I got her in Gar coming. I mean, now I guess the last thing I need would be a Bo-Katan model and a Mando Season 7 Battle Force. So that's kind of all I'm at. It's not a lot. I don't think it's a lot.
Don't dig too deep, dwarf.
It's not a lot. Also, like I would love, and I know we've talked about it many times, I would love faction specific missions, please. I think that needs to happen. It's really funny we keep talking about this faction homogeny, and the more and more I hear about it, the more and more I'm starting to believe it, because the more and more people that are talking about it. And so I think I wish they would add something else to really solidify those faction identities they keep talking about, because it seems like they're doing the opposite right now. But hey, so that's my wish. Bo-Katan, please, the true queen of the Mandos, send her my way, please.
For sure. Yeah, and I think they will. I think so too.
I think it's only a matter of time.
I think it's just the growing pains,
Yeah, it's only a matter of time. So
it was similar, I think, with Shatterpoint. Like all their first missions were very similar.
Yeah.
And then new card pack missions.
Speaking of that, I played one of the new missions for Shatterpoint, and it is 10 times better than the first mission. Like, it is great. So I know they can do it. Like, I know the capacity is there. It's just getting it to us.
Just a long lead time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they've already have some. They just haven't released anything. So.
Yeah. Well, hopefully they're putting it through its paces. So when it comes out, it feels really good.
Yeah.
But hey, it's Christmas time. Packages under the tree. Some might call them boxes. It is the season of boxes. Bring us back some boxes to claim and run away with for us squirrely rebels and Cad Banes out there.
Man, I would love a game of Payload, honestly.
Oh, man. Well, cool. Yeah, I can't thank you all enough for whether this is the only episode you've listened to or you've been with us since episode 1. We really appreciate it. And we hope that you continue to enjoy the content we're putting out. We've kind of been playing with doing some short form video stuff lately on Legion as well. So if you're just an audio listener, typically give us a YouTube subscribe. I know you gotta watch something when you're eating lunch, trying to not talk to other people. I know that's me. So definitely check us out there, and yeah, we'll have more content. We got some things planned, things we're gonna try and push out. We are but mortal men doing this in our limited spare time, but we are doing what we can. mainly because we're excited about these games and just like sharing them, talking about it. So
Also, we will be taking an episode off. So we have released, since this has come out, we've released every 2 weeks with some bonuses the entire time. So we're going to take our first break. It'll be 1 episode break. So this should come out on the 16th. And then we will be out the next 2-week episode. So then our next episode is going to be January 13th.
Yeah.
So if you don't see an episode, we're still here. We're just taking a little...
You guys didn't want to listen to us on New Year's Eve anyway.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
So we'll be not recording that day. So we will be taking a little break, and we will be back January 13th, and we will be ready to go for 2025, which should be a huge deal, a huge year for Legion.
Yeah, be thinking about your Legion goals for next year. We're gonna look back at ours from last year and plan out what we're hoping to knock out in 2025. So it should be fun, and we definitely will be trying to cook out some stuff to get you all more involved with the podcast and just as a community with each other. And of course, we'll probably have some more giveaways come in, and we just printed some more stickers, and once I get some time to sit down and model some stuff, we'll probably have some cool new STL things going out. So, yeah. Well, cool. Man, we've come to the end, and it's sad but sweet. But we'll see you guys again in the new year. So, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And remember, X and O is just a game away.
See ya.